Hello everyone, welcome to my sketching class. Today I'm going to show you how to sketch an AMBOINA cell finned lizard. We're using the reference from the book called Animal Encyclopedia, published by National Geographic. If you have the book, we're on page 149. Of course, we're going to focus on the lizard portrait only. We're going to start the sketch with 2B pencil or HB. We draw a circle at the middle of the page and we'll make sure that the circle is round. The rounder the better. The circle is about 1/3 of the width of our sketching page. I'm going to make this circle a little bit darker. We draw a horizontal line to divide the circle into 2 parts. Make sure the horizontal line is parallel to the top and the bottom edges of our sketching page. Divide the diameter inside the circle into 2 parts. Use your pencil and your thumb to measure the half right of the diameter and compare it to the half left. Make sure 2 lengths are in the same size. And then we draw a vertical line that passes the mark. We divide all the radiuses inside the circle into 4 even parts. Draw a horizontal line that passes the 3rd mark on the top radius. And draw a vertical line that passes the 2nd mark on the right radius. Add another horizontal line that passes the 2nd mark on the top radius for the upper lid. When you draw the eye, start at the center of the circle, draw a curve. The curve is curved to the top left. It will slide to the top right, but the eye would not go above the 2nd horizontal line. You can see that the eye looks like it has 1, 2, and 3 side, like that. The bottom of the eye will be under the last horizontal line, just a little bit. It has a really cute eye. And then we draw a curve like this for the the iris. Divide the 4th section on the left radius into 2 parts and we draw a curve. This curve right here will be lightly curved to the left. It's kind of flat. It passes the 3rd mark on the top radius. Slide to the top right. Stop before you reach the last vertical line. You can see that the more the upper lid go to the right, the further it's going to be away from the eye shape. From the 2nd mark on the right radius, we draw a curve that is slightly curved to the bottom. From the middle of the 3rd section on the right radius, we draw a curve. From the 2nd mark on the left radius, we draw a wavy line. The line is slightly curved to the bottom, and as it goes to the right, it will be lightly curved to the top. Difference from the upper lid. This line right here, it will get closer to the eye as it goes to the top. It will get closer to the upper lid. Then we will duplicate half of a radius to the left side of the circle and draw 2 vertical lines. Like this. The second vertical line passes the left side of the circle. And draw 2 horizontal lines that pass the bottom of the circle and the second mark on the bottom radius. To determine the nostril, we're going to divide the gap between the third and the fourth horizontal lines into 2 parts. Draw an oval. Draw 1 and 2 curves. Like that. From the middle of the gap between the third and the fourth horizontal line, we draw a curve which is slightly curved to the left. Turn the line to the top right. Make it past the middle of the gap between the second and the third vertical lines. Turn the line to the top right and make it past the middle of the gap between the second and the third vertical lines. Then, from here, near the second vertical line, we draw a curve. The line will be going to the top right. It passes the first horizontal line and slides to the right. From the second mark on the left radius, we draw a little curve like this for the muscle of the eye. That. And then, from the left side of the mouth, the nose, we extend the line to the bottom. Make it pass the fourth horizontal line and draw a little curve for the middle of the lip. Turn the line to the bottom right. The lip is kind of close to the eye, so I make the line passes the middle of the third section on the bottom radius. I feel like I'm making the nose too low. Sorry. We need to move the nose to the top. The nostril. The nostril will be on the third horizontal line. And then we're going to make the top of the face pass the intersection between the second horizontal line and the second vertical line. And the lip will be small and higher, like this. Go ahead and erase the wrong line. Sorry about this, it's kind of confusing. You want to check the guidelines one more time. Make sure you got the shape correctly. And the lip corner will end near the last vertical line. To draw the chin from the intersection between the fourth horizontal line and the first vertical line, we draw a curve. Turn the line to the bottom right and make it past the intersection between the last horizontal line and the third vertical line. To determine the location of the lower jaw, duplicate half of the radius to the right side of the circle. and draw two vertical lines. From the intersection from the middle of the gap between the third and the fourth horizontal line, I'm going to draw a wavy line like this to indicate the muscle around the bottom right of the eye. And there will be a curve for the muscle in the back of the head. It wraps around the muscle of the eye. Then from the intersection between the muscle on the top of the head and the second horizontal line, we draw a curve for the neck. The line passes the middle of the gap between the third and the fourth horizontal line, and when it keeps going to the bottom right. And when you pass the last horizontal line, just slide to the bottom right like this. We're going to duplicate half of a radius to the bottom of the circle and draw a horizontal line. We draw a lower jaw. I mean, the skin on the throat is kind of loose. We make the line passes the intersection between the last horizontal line and the fourth vertical line. Make the line kind of loose. I'm going to add the shoulder right here. And then make a mark on the last horizontal line, which is between the third and the fourth vertical lines. From the fifth vertical line, we draw an oval like that. That will be the ear of the lizard. He has some texture in the top like this, kind of skinny. Okay, we'll add the texture later. So when you're done with this step, oh, my bad. Make sure you draw two curves like that for the muscle around the nostril. When you're done with this step, put your sketch far away, at least one arm far away. Check the sketch and see how it looks. Show me your work once. Check your work, and when you feel like you're done, use eraser, erase the guidelines. When you're done erasing the guidelines, use cotton ball, squeeze it, and then blend to soften the outline. We're gonna shade the eye first. The first thing we're gonna do is determine the location of the pupil. We use curved lines that are at the bottom of the pupil. It kind of leans toward the left. We use circular pattern shape from the bottom to the top. And then we shade the outline. We make the left corner dark, thick, skinnier to the top right. And the right corner will be thick and skinny like that. Those are little things to make your sketch look more attractive. We use circular pattern shape to the bottom. The more we go to the bottom, the less we're gonna shape. Use curved line. Shade the upper lid. The upper lid will be skinny. Wider to the left. He has an upper lid, really tiny. The upper lid, I think it's kind of wrinkle. It's not the upper lid. The wrinkle is thick at the right and becomes skinnier as it goes to the left. Use circular pattern, shape from the outline to the top. The outline of the muscle around the eye. You can see that the texture on the muscle around the eye is kind of soft, smoky. We use texture, we use circular pattern. Gently shade the line. We made it near the upper lid. Relax your hand. When you shaded the muscle for the eye, we shade from the outline. We go to the left. The value doesn't change much, but it has to be dark at the right, softer to the left. The difference between two areas, kinda subtle, not too obvious. I want to use Q-tip from the top to the bottom. Blend the muscle under the eye. You can see that I keep blending to the bottom, but we will not touch or pass the outline. Make sure there's some shadow on the top of the sclera, the white part of the eye. Then go back and touch up. We move on to the nostril. The light comes from the top left to the bottom right, so we make the, well, actually, let's make the light comes from the top right to the bottom left. So I'm going to make the nostril dark at the right and brighter to the left. Same to the ear. Make the lip corner dark and then skinnier. Let's go to the left. We use curved line, shade the muscle around the nostril. The left side should be darker than the right, so we use circular pattern to shade. And at this time right here, I want to use curved line. A little texture on the mouth. You can see that the line is not consistent. the line is thick when it's close to the lip corner. When it's close to the lip, it will become skinnier when it's far away. You can see that the line of the texture is dark at the intersection, thick at the intersection, and then becomes skinnier, fade away. The texture on the right is too small to draw, so we could just use circular pattern to shade. Same to the bottom, there will be some texture, but the texture on the lower jaw is thicker, larger. I want to use oval to add the texture like that. Make the oval kind of close each other. You can see that I'm not drawing really dark here. Everything is kind of subtle, light. Then we use circular pattern to shade the throat. When you shade the throat, create curved shapes which are curved to the bottom. They look like blurry stripes. And this is how we capture the wrinkles with the lizard. We make the left shoulder darker than the throat because it's behind throat. I'll go back and touch up. The value will be dark when it's close to the lower jaw and brighter when it goes to the bottom. You can see that when we look far away, it still makes sense. When we look closely, it's kind of too abstract. On the right side, instead of shading the body, I'm going to shade the background. So this will push the highlight on the right side of our lizard. But I'm going to shade it the scales on the top of the head. When you shade the wrinkles will be dark at the top and then fade away to the bottom. It's not like a thick bar. The bar is dark at the top and brighter to the bottom. When you're done, use Q-tip. I'm gonna work on the background first. Because our Q-tip is dark, like it has some graphite, you need to blend from the lighter value to the darker value. Then I want to use circular pattern, blend the ear. I'm trying not to touch the right side of the lizard. We need to be careful, because if we blend everything could be really too dark. And if everything is dark, it will look flat. We don't use curved lines to blend because it's not the texture of the skin of our lizard. So we use circular pattern. To settle down the contrast, we're gonna use circular pattern with cotton ball. Soften and spread the background to the right, to the bottom, to the left, and to the top. When you go back and touch up, relax your hand. We use circular pattern. Darken the dark valley. Make the dark valley darker. You can see that I shade the valley or the shadow between each two scales. We make the left side darker and we use circular pattern. If you have the book, you could see that the top is brownie, the bottom is bright. So what we're doing right now is we're making the top of the lizard darker so we can see the difference. And then I'm gonna work on the top of, the wrinkles and the top left of the left shoulder to separate the two objects. You can see that when we make the value darker, things become clear. But the thing is that we have to make the dark spots dark, not everything. We make everything dark. It doesn't mean it will make the contrast higher. Okay. What I want to do is using eraser. I want to add a little highlight right under the pupil at the bottom right. And then I'm going to use circular pattern to make the scale brighter. It's like we are adding highlight for each scale. We use the eraser with the circular pattern to clarify the highlight. That's it. That's how we sketch the AMBOINA cell-finned lizard. So when you're done, make sure that you sign your work. I recommend signing your work at the bottom left because we don't have that much space on the right. And I'm gonna stamp my work. So that's all about the lesson for today, and hope you found this lesson helpful and enjoyable. Keep sketching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.